Not much can get me to replay a game these days, given the amount of time I have and the abundance of the medium. But that's the kind of thing that'll get me to replay something like, oh, I missed a joke? Let me get back in there.
And they're good jokes for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, it does slapstick well.
Essentially unrelated to this conversation, except in comedy, I thought the other game this year to do comedy was South Park.
Oh, God, that's really good.
Like, that was two really good comedy games in a year, which is like, it's strange to see games do jokes well, because they, in the past, have, like, parody games often just, like, try to parody game mechanics by having those game mechanics in the game. And you're like, this is...
Which South Park does, and I can't...
But it's still fun.
Yeah, I can't not laugh that it's like this needlessly dense JRPG. There are 400 billion health items.
Roughly that, yeah.
Demon Souls or something.
Just the amount of dialogue recorded to respond to your farts is astounding. Incredible. Anyway, walking simulators.
Yeah, Jazz Punk.
I forgot what the top 5 was.
Jazz Punk was a little disheartening for me. Wait, let's let that pass.
Ignore that. It's probably Sting down at the GameStop creating problems. Which is apparently happening right now.
Really?
To date this, yes. Sting is at the GameStop.
Holy shit!
Let's get out
Why
of
aren't
here
we
and go
there?
meet Sting. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, Jazz Punk is kind of disheartening for me reading some of the reviews and like, it's not that funny. It's not funny at all. And it's like, I don't trust you. But you're not a person I like.
But I think that should comedy games come back, they'll be rated like comedy movies. It'll work for some people and it won't for others.
Humor is subjective.
I hate using that word in context of games. It's like a call to arms, like a billion people.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't think it's funny, I don't want to talk about it with you.
Kind of, yeah. They're like, what's the point? Like, you're free to not find it funny.
Like,
but
what are you gonna change the topic to Jeff Dunham now? Is that?
I will say it's one of PC Gamer's favorite games of the year.
Ooh.
I trust them.
Definitely one of mine.
I don't. They collude a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome games that came out this year.
Number 2.
Saw you guys collude in an interview once.
Oh, yeah.
PC for politically correct games.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
I want to find a doctor who will prescribe me colludial silver.
we interviewed someone, and before we interviewed them, they agreed to do that interview.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Breaking.
You didn't just ambush them in their homes
I know.
in the middle of the night?
It wasn't journalism. It really wasn't.
Put a bag over their head and throw them in the back of a van. Kick them and then ask them some questions.
That's not real journalism.
How many multiplayer modes? How many?
So tell us about your influences. Tell us.
You ever want to see your daughter again?
I really think we should switch to like Vice-style headlines, like we kicked down Hayami, or I don't know. We kicked down John Smedley's door to ask about microtransactions, and then did mushrooms with him.
Yep. Maybe. We'll see.
Number 2.